When we talk about surrogacy, the conversation is often very much abstract. We speak of intended parents, we speak of gestational carriers, we speak of contracts, we speak of rights, but I want to begin with something more human, a little bit more fragile, and that is more real, and that's my own life. So I was born in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky to be exact, in 1991 in the United States of America, where surrogacy was legal at that point, commercial surrogacy. I wasn't born by accident. I wasn't born into love, actually, to be honest. I was born because of a contract. An agency was hired. The job was very clear. It was to deliver a baby, and that baby was me. So a woman was recruited, my surrogate, to conceive me, to carry me, to give birth to me. She was my mother, my surrogate mother, but she was never called that. She was recruited as a gestational carrier. I don't know if you can hear the erasure in that word. It strips her identity. It reduces her to a biological function. It makes it easier to pretend that she was not my mother. And yet, she was. And for 9 months, I lived within her. I learned what she liked to eat. I heard her voice. I heard her heartbeat. I felt her emotions. I ate what she ate. I lived with her. I was soothed by her hormones. And science even today confirms that we all intuitively know. A child knows their mother even before birth. Her cells circulate in my body to this day, and actually my cells circulate in her body to this day because of microchimerism. But in the moment I entered the world, all of that was just cut off. I was taken from her arms, and I was handed to strangers, and I had to pretend like everything was okay. That rupture is my origin. And as a child, I grew up, and I could not ever explain what was really wrong with me. I had parents, I had a home, I had a lot of money because my parents were wealthy, I had everything that I wanted, but something was always missing. And I didn't really have words for it. I felt a sadness, an emptiness that I could not place, a sense of abandonment that I could not explain. Children don't need to read philosophy to feel injustice. They feel it in their bones. So you might ask, why share all of this at the faculty of law? Isn't this too personal, a little bit too emotional? But law is not only about codes and statutes. Law is about human beings. It's about protecting the vulnerable against exploitation, even when exploitation hides behind words like choice and love. My life is not only testimony, it's evidence. Evidence of what can happen when law permits contracts that treat women and wombs as children, as objects. Evidence of why dignity must be protected at the highest level of law. Evidence why your Constitution must speak clearly. Behind every contract, there's a child like me, a child who grows up with a wound they cannot name, a child who one day may ask, "Where are you, mommy?" And if the law doesn't answer that cry, I wonder who will. I want just to put the legal foundations of human dignity, because we are here at a law school, so law matters, and I'm a lawyer myself. So I want to remind some basic laws around the world. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights in Article 1 states that all human beings are born free, equal, and in dignity and rights. Your Slovak Constitution in Article 12 recognizes the human dignity as inviolable and listing people are free and equal in dignity and in rights. Fundamental rights and freedom are inalienable, non-transferable, imprescriptible, and irrevocable. I'll take German law, who states that human dignity shall be inviolable. To respect and protect it shall be the duty of all state authority. In my French Civil Code, in my country, it builds on the principle of the indisponibilité du corps humain. The human body cannot be the object of commerce. So now I ask, what is surrogacy if not a violation of these principles? It reduces the woman to reproductive labor, stripping them away from their identity. It reduces children to contracts, objects transferred between parties. It reduces motherhood to a service that can be bought. It reduces the child's equality in dignity and rights. Dignity is not compatible with commodification, and yet surrogacy, projected to reach $200 billion by 2034, thrives on commodification. If dignity is to mean anything in law, surrogacy must be recognized as incompatible with it. So what does international say with the sale of children? Because I do believe that surrogacy is the sale of children. So the Convention on the Rights of the Child of the United Nations, the CRC, ratified by Slovakia and binding in itself, states in multiple articles, and I'll state them. Article 3, in all actions concerning children, the best interest of the child shall be the primary consideration. Article 7, the right to know, he has the right to know his or her, he has the right to know and be cared for by one's parents. Article 8, the right to identity. Article 35 states that states must prevent the abduction of, the sale of, or traffic in children for any purpose or any shape or form. And we have this lovely optional protocol in the sale of children of 2000 that defines the sale of children as any act or transaction whereby a child is transferred by any person to another for remuneration or any consideration. So analyze surrogacy now. A woman gives birth. A contract dictates that the child is transferred to commissioning adults. Money or compensation is paid, even in altruistic surrogacy. This is exactly the definition of the sale of the child. This is not only an academic debate. In Slovakia, your parliament is actually debating a constitutional amendment to prohibit surrogacy. Your decision will not only affect Slovak women and children, and it will echo across Europe and beyond.